Good afternoon. I first met Karen at Phoenix College. We were both students there, and we were both in the ROTC program. I don't think the commander of ROTC at Phoenix College ever forgave me for changing the career path of his best cadet. She, at that time, was seriously contemplating a career in the armed forces. I remember when I first met her, she told me she lived on Lincoln. And I said, wow, she must live on a mansion somewhere up on Lincoln, right? Second conversation, I realized, no, it was the other Lincoln. But by that time, the smile had already hooked me. That smile, that when we look at her photographs, I think hooks us all. Ray, DJ, Fred, Emily, members of the family. That smile was for you. She touched so many people, not just her family and friends. She touched so many students, made a difference in their lives. She touched so many in her community, among her fellow workers at school, whether it was at the sheriff's office, or at Sunland School, or at Maryvale, or any place else she was active. She touched so many people. I remember in strangers, complete strangers. I remember her telling a story when she was a little girl. She would take George and put him on the bicycle basket, and they would ride down some street, some avenue somewhere, to a farm where there were cows. And she would take sugar cubes, she'd tell me, and offer them to the cows before they would go to the market, before they would be slaughtered. Wanting to bring some act of kindness to cows. BJ, when you had your first aquarium, we'd go to the store, we would buy, not the expensive fish, we couldn't afford them. We would buy the feeder fish, the fish that were intended to be fed to the expensive fish. And we'd bring home the feeder fish, and that's what we would put in the aquarium, because Karen wanted to save them. And it was what we could afford at the time. But those fish had a few more years, or days anyway. BJ, she loved you so much, but she was carrying you in her womb. She would often listen to music, happy music, and put the speaker up to her belly for you. She would eat happy foods for you. She was so proud of you. Today, let's remember Karen and mourn our loss. In 2 days, it will be Karen's birthday. On that day, let us promise each other and Karen to remember her and celebrate her life. And let us keep telling her stories.